for Adobe Audition. I'm opening a file I recorded with my headphones microphone. I didn't use the sound room, and this is what it looks like. You can see the sound waves. You can also notice that this is a little uneven. This first segment is way bigger than the others, probably because I got a little excited and shouted there or spoke a little more loudly. Up here I've got this little window that I can use to make the segment I'm viewing smaller and then move around so I can see things up a little closer. You notice I've got these flat areas in here, and they are so the sound wave here, the sound waves here, or the whole recording, is a little bit uneven, and there's a little hum that you can barely make out if you get close enough to see. So what I did was I used a bunch of different effects here in Audition to modify that, and that let me get to this version of the exact same soundtrack. You can see the sound waves are bigger, a little more consistent size. If you really zoomed in here, it's flat. So in the next project or so, we'll get into how to do this editing. But for right now, I just want you to see that's the difference between the modified or refined soundtrack, and this is what the original looked like. In either case, this first set of sound waves to about here. And I see where how I'm doing that. I'm actually left mouse dragging inside this area here, the left and right channel. So that segment right there is the kyphotic segment. This segment right here is the lordotic. So I already have the kyphotic, so I'm going to do the lordotic for you. So I'm going to right mouse on it now and say copy to new, and I now have this. So you notice that the one in blue is the active one. These are the other ones that are inside the files window here, but this is the active one. So it doesn't have a name, so I'm going to save it, and I'm going to call it And the other thing I do, besides, I put the word lordotic in because that's a unique lordotic curve, because that's a unique component of the narration. So that will help me remember. And I also put the 02 to say this is the second segment. I usually don't put the demo in there. I'm just doing that so I know the difference. But this is my naming convention. I try to pick something from the narration unique to that segment, use that in the title, and then number the segments 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. In terms of the sequence, where in the sequence it should play. So I say OK, and now I have that, and that's the segment I'm going to end up importing into Maya, and that's what we're going to do now. Now what you would do is come back and go back through each one of these sections, starting with the original. I'm sorry, this is what the file. This is the file that you'll download from my courses. So you'll go in and pick, by dragging with the left mouse, the different segments. And what you're looking for is you want to just position this so it's in the middle, or so that it's starting and ending in the in a flat line where it's silent. And then you'll copy, or you'll grab each one of those and right mouse and say copy to new, and then give it a name. Okay.